Takashi? Alright. Oh yeah, I gotta find... There's no numbers, right? It's just Mr. Kashi. Okay, cool. Easy for those raids. Alright, come hang out with Mr. Kashi. I love him. He's just adorable. Sweetest, most adorable. Wait, what? Why?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I suck. I know. Alright, we're raiding Mr. Kashi. Appreciate y'all. Gotta go to the thing. I'll see you soon. And he's...
Oh, entirely too loud. Speaking of entirely too loud, how loud is that? Hey, Heather! Such exciting news today! But yes, for the baby blanket, I have to go. I have to get the batting. You know, the fluffy stuff that you put in the middle. What have I done? I promise I remember how to move. Embroidery hoop. You got bad news? Oh no! What's the bad news? I don't like bad news. Oh no! That's very sad. It's the pancake! I told you he'd come back. I am at that age where the... Now you... Butthead. You're butthead. I'm at that point in my life where, you know, I dread seeing my favorite celebrities in the news. 'Cause half the time they're dead. Half the time they're dead. Alan Rickman was a big one. Oh, but Fairy, did you see? Did you see? Heather's having a girl! Oh, you should have seen me when she called me to let me know. I literally bounced around my room. That should have happened on stream. Well, yes, he is. However, we do technically, we have to give Heather's husband, the credit, for supplying the correct genetics. We really don't want to give Jake too much credit for the baby. Danny might get jealous. The naming is hard. Naming is very hard. Now, I am partial to Rose. That was my grandmother's name. Ola May Rose. Obviously, Ola May is far too old-fashioned. Far too old-fashioned. We're going to have to find a way to differentiate the Dannys that we talk about on this stream. Or the chat's going to get real confusing here soon. Well, hello, Top Bun. I love bunny rabbits. I wish I could have a bunny rabbit. Welcome to our little corner of chaos. We're very excited right now because my glorious moderator has just found out that after 5 boys, she's finally having a girl. Oh, I was saying that we need to differentiate. We're going to need a way to differentiate the different Dannys that we talk about on this stream because it will be confusing for others if we keep talking about just Danny this and Danny that, and we don't differentiate between Danny Finn, who you and I both follow, aka Mokapog, another streamer that is wonderful, and I highly recommend. They're in my recommended streamers list. Versus, Heather's husband, Modded Witch's husband, Danny. We know I love the Danny Finn. This is some of their merch. If either one of us ever kept, some kind of a sane streaming schedule, I'd figure out a way to raid Danny. But yes, Top Bun. In case you would like to know, what we are doing today is we are adding a backing patch to my favorite pair of pants. Because I've ripped them recently, and I've got this thing where these pants, they're not allowed to die. So whenever they get a hole in them, they get a new patch. And eventually they're going to be more patch than pants, and then I'm going to be thrilled. Most of the time I put the patches on the outside. This time I'm putting the patch on the inside because so much of this fabric is going at once. I just want to nip that in the bud. It's embarrassing to accidentally be showing more skin than you want to whilst out in public. So, um, they got owned by me. I am what I am going to refer to from now on as Sparkle Punk. I like all the pretty things and the bright colors, but in a very punk aesthetic kind of way. And you can just kind of think of these as my battle pants. These are the pants that I go to concerts in and do all the fun stuff in. And as they degrade, we just add more patches. And there's my Skippy bug. Other Danny, hi! We're gonna have to go back to that middle school thing where we can't even do first name and last name initial because they're both F's. What's a Steam Deck dock? Is that some kind of an extension for that gaming website? Okay. Okay, so it's like a switch. Okay. Oh, no, that was bad. That was bad. I had fish sticks for dinner. And then dark chocolate for dessert. And then coffee. Let's not do that again. Handheld gaming console, runs on Linux. Nobody tell my husband about it. Okay? Just... Or my son. Nobody tell my son about it. I mean, individually, those all seemed like good ideas. Fish sticks for dinner. Good. Couple of pieces of dark chocolate for dessert. Good. Fresh cup of coffee to start my stream off right. Good. Burping up all three flavors, very bad. Look, I'm all fancy. I even put a marshmallow in it. I'm sure it is. I'm 100% positive that some person thought that that was a good idea and has done it on purpose. Okay, you go do responsible things. For all those chocolate-covered bugs. Chocolate vodka. Oh, is it? Oh. I'm getting like 17 billion alerts right now. What is going on? I heard a noise. Necro Scarecrow! Hi, Danny! I thought you were already following me. Oh, no, that's right. He's on the Discord. Well, welcome. Now you can listen to my sonorous tones all on your own. You don't have to wait for your wifey. And Coroner! Everybody's here tonight! How are you tonight, Coroner? Oh no, what happened? Were you being bad? Oh, who's got that cool emote? Who is that? That is a cool little lizard thingy. Odd. Heather, you just follow all the musicians, don't you? Weird. Yes, Danny don't have to die now. Heather's sixth child will finally be a little girl. We are all extremely excited. And I'm going to make a great many pink things. But I have to go to the store first, because I have to buy quilt batting, because I don't have any. And you can't make a proper baby blanket without some quilt batting. That's the rules. And I get to show off this awesome new quilting technique that I learned, where I can machine quilt on my sewing machine, even though my sewing machine's a regular sewing machine. Very excited. It's a girl, it's a girl. And yes, woe betide any boyfriend in her future that treats her badly, because that is going to be one very thorough butt whipping. Do you need a patch in particular? Because, you know, you kind of know someone who that's basically all I do. I did make some new hairpins this week, though. I made a BVB one, and you had me give it to Lonnie. And a motionless and white one. What time has come? What time has come? It's far too late in the evening for it to be energy drink time. It better not be energy drink time. Where are you going? What are you up to, little bug? Oh my god. I get the box. Okay. Lay it on me. You forgot what colors you have already. Already, you have green and yellow and orange. Actually, I have very little purple. I had to go out and buy some purple. This is... Why do I have purple in two different sections? I had to go out and buy new purple. Because I completely ran out of purple for Purple Please. How sad is that? And why is this disorganized? I went through and I organized this all. Light purple. Okay. Am I going to need a lot of light purple? Or just a little bit of light purple? You don't know. Because I have two light purples. But I don't have much of either. These are not the same light purple. I have one skein of this light purple, which is very, it's hard to see on camera. It's a very lavender. This one is much more bluish. Okay. Let's hold them up. I like the bluish with the other colors better. I'm going to need a bigger clip for all of this. Marty, give me a minute! I need more clips. I need a rubber band. That's what I need. Do I have a rubber band? Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I have to go grab a clip and a rubber band so that I can stay organized. I'll be right back. I Alright, I'm back. So much. And yes, I have not forgotten about the magnet's not strong enough. It's falling down now. It's not strong enough. Gonna have to go back in here. But it's all rubber banded together with its clip. Alright, we got the new clip. Okay. Grab my pen. Eris, it is not 11 Coroner! I have to find a pen! Coroner! Okay. Alright. Modded chose 2. What a modded's 2 colors. Also, this pen doesn't work. Get down. Black and white. You want a black and white spiral. Okay. I'm gonna have to pick out those colors. And Corona's letting Skippy pick. I don't even think the rubber band's gonna keep up with this. Okay, we need light blue. Yes. And a light pink. I don't have much for pink. This pink. This pink. This one I have the most of. Light blue. Let's go with the sky baby blue here. Yes. Alright. Well, at least you're honest about it, Coroner. Alright. Okay. No more redeeming for Skippy until I actually make this patch, okay? I'm trying to justify going to a second leg of the Trinity of Terror tour, but I know that I can't justify it because I've already been to it, and I'd have to overnight at whatever one I went to. And I'm really getting too old to pull all-nighters for bands. I really am. I forget how far away you are. Where is the venue closest to you for the third leg? since they're old ladies who aren't allowed to drive at night anymore. You, Heather. I know where Fairy is, and I know where Fairy is going for the third leg, and I'm definitely not driving that far. I mean, I might go to Nashville for like My Chemical Romance. That was on the table. But that's My Chemical Romance. Oh, Cedar Rapids. Let's see how far that is from me. Come here, Google Maps. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Directions. From home. That is a 6-hour drive, my dear. That is a 6-hour drive with no pit stops. It's a very long way. It's a very long way. Plus, I bet the Ticketmaster already jacked up the prices of the tickets. While I think it would be an absolute blast to go see Black Veil with you and Cass, I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with that. See, that's money right there. Oh, by the way, speaking of money, the channel has hit a new milestone. I get my first paycheck from Twitch tomorrow. It is a whole $60. $60 is $60. You can buy a lot of embroidery thread for $60. By the way, shameless plug while we're at it. If you want to support the stream, you can always give me bits, or subscribe, or click the link for my Amazon wish list. There's a whole bunch of crap on there. But of course, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I never expect you guys to give me a single penny. Okay? I am here because this is my social life. I actually, truly, and 100% enjoy hanging out with all of you. And you know that's true because I am a terrible liar. Love finding things for a steal. There are no cats in this room. I don't know how we've managed that. I like the willow rose the best. I think it's a very classic, pretty name, and it makes my little hippie heart happy. I'm actually a little sad that I didn't get to have a girl, because I had my name picked out for a little girl. Because my paternal great-great-grandmother was named Zilpha. And the first time I heard that name, I thought that that was the most awesome name on the face of the planet. You know, obviously, not everybody's cup of tea, but Zilpha's a damn cool name. However, I had a boy, so we named him after Captain Kirk. Oh yeah, it's an awesome name, and you could shorten it down to Zilly, and that is the most cute little name for a little girl. The cutest possible nickname for a girl. Okay. Yeah, there's a few really interesting names in my family. 'Cause you know them really religious types, they get the really interesting names. And so we got those on my dad's side of the family, because they're Mormons. And also, when you're, you know, redneck as hell, you also get interesting names, which is why I also have a maternal ancestor named Livy Green Pickle. Which is the kind of name that you only get when you're redneck as hell. I mean, Olame's just southern. Livy Green Pickle, that's redneck. I've just had a thought, which is dangerous, I know. Skippy used to be an extremely popular nickname, and most nicknames are shortenings of your real name. But what could Skippy have been short for? The only thing that I could think of would be Scipio, which, while it's a good strong Roman name, a couple of good generals named Scipio, not really a popular name at the time when the nickname was popular. I'm just waiting for that day when my kid's got enough world history in him where I have to sit down and explain to him, no, I didn't name you after the Emperor Tiberius. I named you after Captain Kirk. Well, Skipper's a title. Yeah, we're really happy that my dad didn't get to name me if I was a boy. 'Cause if I was a boy, I was going to be Rex Leo. So interesting choices on my father's part. It may be why fate conspired to give him nothing but girls. Okay, Skippy will be back in a little bit. Let's. Come on, we're doing that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make one of those lists for the channel so that we know at a glance what all of the upcoming projects are going to be. And it's like just displayed on the channel, if anyone knows how to do that. But yeah, Heather, it's really hard to go wrong with a good, solid witchy name. And Willow Rose is a good witchy name. All or what but Cass. What is the big decision? Because you gotta think of all the permutations of the name that your kid might need along the way as they grow up. Because they're gonna need a fun nickname for when they're a kid. And they're gonna need a cool nickname when they're a teenager. And they're gonna need something that looks good on a diploma. And something that looks reasonable on a job application. You gotta have options with a name. I mean, heck, we're even going through it right now with Tiberius, my son, because that's his name. It's Tiberius. And when he was little and squishy, his name was Tiber. And now that he's a big old third grader, his friends just call him Ty. And, you know, Tiberius is going to look fantastic on a diploma. And, you know, one day, when he has to go put in job applications, he can just go by his bland name of Alexander. But with Willow Rose, you know, when she's little and squishy, she can be a little silly willy. Or a Rosie. And, you know, when she's, you know, angsty and such, there's always, you know, just Rose. Rose is classic and mysterious. Or romantic. Or cute. It all depends on how you interpret the name. You know, you can't blame the Pickle on being drunk because Pickle was their last name. Well, that's one way to get a nickname. Alright. Well, that's a shame because it's a very cute name. What is all that thumping? You have tea to spill? We love the tea here. So, you know, spill it. Ah, that's what the thumping is. The husband's home. And what did they need to see your pay stub for? As long as you're paying your rent, I don't see it being their business. I didn't hear you.
I forgot to thank you for leaving the light on from last week.
That's okay, I was just talking to the husband. Oh, the whole, what my response was. My response was that, as long as you've got your bills paid, I'm not seeing how your pay stub is their business. You are, in fact, a grown adult. What? Okay. Uh-huh. It's none of their business how you're paying for your concert, provided that the agreed upon amount of your rent has been paid. They are not entitled to your paycheck. Stop that. Yeah, that's what that says. I don't trust that at all. That is not a healthy way to approach coming up with a number for rent with your parents. Especially if apparently they're getting rent from both you and your brother. And I assume they also work. I assume. I may, however, be making an ass out of myself. As the saying goes. It happens sometimes. I mean, it's possible. You hardly ever see that anymore. Ow! Good job. Good job. I've met a lot of such parents in my time. Oh, come on. It is so frustrating trying to put the backing patch on. Oh, really? Why are you waving at me with broken fingers? Are you just showing off? I think you're just showing off. Yeah, no, they don't need to see your pay stub. They agree on a reasonable amount of rent that allows you to save up money so that you can one day move out. Because no, you're not going to live there forever. You're not their paycheck. That's a pretty cute one. Which is why I occasionally have to come on here and give people the good mom advice. And what do they consider to be a fair and reasonable amount of rent? For their child that they're trying to support to be their own independent person in this world. And they do realize that by charging you rent, it's no longer their house, their rules. It's your house too. You're paying money for it. Once you're paying them money for rent, that means they don't get to give you a curfew. They don't get to make rules about who comes over. You're now a roommate. Yeah, and get a rental agreement. And write them a check for the rent every month. An actual physical paper check, so you have a paper trail that you gave them rent, and write in the what this is for column on the check that it's rent. If you're feeling petty, rent in full. Money orders are good too, but those you have to remember to keep the little stubs. It's easier to have checks because then the bank keeps a track of those, and you can get a copy of those whenever you need them, those stubs. My bank keeps them for years. Never do things cash. My sister got burned that way. She thought she was buying a car off her friend. She made the last payment, and he reported the car stolen because she paid all the payments in cash. Okay, well, if you're a renter, then she can't make the rules about what your curfew is. If she wants you to be a child and have a curfew and not get to have any rights to the place where you live, then she doesn't get to make you pay rent. Because once you pay rent, you're a roommate. That's how that works. She can't have it both ways. You're either a child or you're an adult that gets to make your own decisions. And if she doesn't like that, I bet that you and your brother could pool your money together and get an apartment together. And I'm saying this as somebody's mama. I'm saying this as someone who's raised a teenager before. Honey, you are 20 years old. Let is about to leave his vocabulary. My daddy don't let me do things. I'm pretty sure my dad quit letting me do things when I was about 14. And I love my father dearly. He is a good, solid, respectable dude. Let left his vocabulary a long time ago when it came to me. I take that back. When I went to go see him last year, he let me borrow his truck. So you don't even get exclusive rights to the room that you'll be renting? I mean, obviously she's not going to charge you much rent. That sounds like... See, if I was couch surfing at my friend's house, didn't have a room to myself, I'd say I'd be pitching in on the groceries and a couple of the bills. We'd call that $200 a month if I lived in an expensive area. I think Memphis is a pretty expensive area. Because if you don't get the whole room to yourself, that's not renting, baby. That's couch surfing. You didn't run away. You joined the army. There's a difference. You attempted to make something of yourself. You can tell when I get more upset because my accent keeps getting weirder. I become progressively more southern the more my temper comes out. Okay. Army doesn't work out for everybody. Heck, even in Boise, when I was renting a whole floor of an apartment because it was a 2-story. I got the bottom story, the other people got the top story. We really only shared a bathroom. I was only paying like $400 for that. And that was in Boise. That was a pretty big city with expensive rent. Of course, then I lucked out and was able to find a 2-bedroom townhouse for only $600 a month. And I stayed there for a long time. Until I moved here, in fact. And sometimes our first marriages, they don't work out. I'm not on my first marriage. I was engaged right out of high school. That didn't work out. Got married the first time when I was 21. Obviously that didn't work. And now I got my husband right now. Relationships sometimes don't work. It's life. Not everybody's cut out for the army. That's life. That's why they put you through basic and don't just throw you right on in. They need to see if you're going to work out. Yeah, mine was a dude that liked his truck more than me. Like, literally liked his truck more than me. When you spend your rent money on a NOS kit. Yeah. Okay, but it was a NOS kit for a shaved Dodge Dakota. Shaved lowered Dodge Dakota. Do you not have a friend that you could couch surf with, baby doll? This does not seem a healthy environment. Really think maybe you and your brother ought to go get an apartment together on your own? Yeah, this is not a healthy environment for you. Did I miss something? Oh. Oh no, paper cuts! Is that brother of yours worth a darn? Is that brother of yours worth a darn? Okay, is he reliable, dependable? Because it sounds like he needs an exit strategy too. Okay, so you got two younger siblings that just turned 18, and y'all three need somewhere to go. Because if they're doing this crap to you, I'm sure they're doing it to them. You know, I never realized how often I nicked my hands until this pandemic started, and I started doing the hand sanitizer every so often. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Fantastic. Apparently those pins actually do leave little cuts in me. Wonderful. Heck, at this point, Fairy, it sounds like you'd be better off finding a roommate on Craigslist. Which I never recommend. Someone convinced you were a bad child? This is a family-friendly stream. This is a family-friendly stream. This is a family-friendly stream. And I will not say those words. We're gonna pretend that I do not have the vocabulary of a well-educated sailor. And that I do not, in fact, know how to cuss in 8 languages. Because the foreign exchange students thought it was really funny to get me to say the bad words. No, no, no. Okay. In my life, both personal and professional, I have come across, shall we say, some real winners. Haven't met a bad kid yet. A kid that adults let down, yeah. A bad kid? I ain't found one yet. I had one student whose action plan was just stay in class. That's the only thing we hoped that he would do all semester. That was the only goal we had for him all semester. Stay in class. Not don't pick fights, not do your work, not get this grade, not achieve this goal. Just stay in the room. Don't leave the room. He still wasn't a bad kid. I had to physically break up one of his fights. Still wasn't a bad kid. And do not get me started on the concept of determining the worth of a child based on their grades. Complete and utter horse feathers. Nope, you find a roommate. You've got a job. That's 50% of the issue. Find a roommate. Do what it takes to find a roommate. Get yourself out of that. Know what is healthy behavior, know what is unhealthy behavior. If you ever need to bounce an idea off of a person, hey, is this normal? Discord's right there. You don't make them look bad, they might make them look bad. That's a them problem. Here's the thing. When we tell the truth about people, we're not making them look bad. We're making them look correct. That's not the color I want to use. Oh, you're making so-and-so look bad. No, that's not how that works. You're ruining their reputation. They ruined their own reputation. Exactly. Exactly, Coronar. Okay, I am autistic. I lived through American public school in the 80s and 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Completely undiagnosed autistic. As the military brat that never stayed more than maybe a year, maybe a full school year at any given school. I want you to think about how rough that might have been on me as a kid. So please understand that it is not hyperbole when I say that for my small little autistic man, I will walk through hell barefoot before I let anybody do that shit to him. May I assure you that getting him an appropriate IEP has been an experience. The district head of the special ed department and I are on a first name basis, and she does not enjoy seeing my phone number pop up on her caller ID. Because it is my job as his mother to make his life easier than mine was. That he should have more and better opportunities than I had. Okay, that's a little sketch there, fairy. But you're a grown woman. It's not like he needs to be there to watch you. That is a little. That's the sketch. That's That's a little bit, my name is Chris Hansen. Please have a seat. I'm gonna say this in the most gentle way possible. Why was a 17-year-old and a 34-year-old at the same party? Especially at the same that kind of party. I've been to those kind of parties. We did not invite the childrens. Mm. I don't know the whole story. I don't know the whole story. I don't think we need to talk about the whole story here. But I'm gonna say that that's not any of your fault. Your mom's trauma is not your responsibility. Well, at this point, I mean, how much worse could a Craigslist roommate be? I imagine so. But yeah, you keep your bank stuff to yourself. That is need to know information and they don't need to know. About them mooses. Mooses? Mises? What about them sports? Did they sports good this weekend? Are they gonna sports good this weekend? Apparently sports is now something that I have to consider when making my driving plans if I want to go anywhere in St. Louis. Because the bridge over into St. Louis closest to me dumps out right next to the stadium. And if I don't know that there's a sporting event going on, my travel plans are shot. I am gonna say something that's gonna sound really, really horribly mean. But I'm gonna say it with as much love as I have in my heart. I need you to love yourself with that kind of energy. As nice as Danny is, don't put him on a pedestal. It's not healthy. He's a person, the same as both of us. Yeah, he's a great person. I will not deny that in the slightest. But I need you to focus that love on you, okay? Sometimes it's a lot easier for us to love somebody else than it is for us to love ourselves. But that doesn't help anybody. And it can get really, really unhealthy if we get so focused on making somebody else the thing that keeps us going instead of ourselves. And I only say this because I have met so many women who have somehow gotten it in their head that if I can just get this person to think that I'm important the way that I think that they're important, then the whole world will be right. And it never works that way. And it causes so much heartache. There is only one person in your whole life that is ever going to need to know how much you are worth, and it's you. Ah, dang it, where'd I cut off at? I was being all philosophical. Okay. Sorry, this one's a bop. I like this one. By the way, if you like the music, the band is called New London Fire. They are fantastic. Check them out. By the way, some of y'all need to start some bands and put your music in my music section on my Discord so that I have new stuff to play every once in a while. Okay? Fantastic. You have goals. You have set points to look forward to. Just keep making those set points and keep chug-a-lugging along. Corner, I'm going to point out that I moderate for both Zach Hansen and Jake Pitts. My musical tastes go a little weird. They're a little all over the place. I'm pretty sure that the band we're listening to right now is technically synth folk, which I didn't know was a genre. I know, everybody's got to get their Hanson dig in. What? Why are you pissed? Is this a general pissed? Well, I am glad about that. I am genuinely happy that you have found a healthier place. Have I forced you to listen to any of their new stuff? I must have by now. What's a vainly pick? Do I want to know what a vainly pick is? Dare I go look at the Discord? Cause we got that rule about being thirsty now. Veins. Okay, I'm doing this right very now. We have that rule. They're not allowed to be thirsty anymore. The thirstiness must be kept in check, especially when it's gross. And perhaps a quick redirection is in order, if you've got a moment. Or if you need to pass it off to certain other moderators. Okay, Carly's already on it. Good, good. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, respect the mods. Doesn't matter where you are, respect the mods. Respect the mods here, respect the mods in other streamers' stuff, respect the mods on Discord, respect the mods. No, we don't throw it at people. We don't throw it at people. What's it made out of? Because if it's something like pewter with a low melting point, I'd say throw it in a fire pit. Let it melt. That would be very cathartic, I would think. If it's something... Is it shiny metal or is it dark metal? Like a bright white kind of metal or a dark gray kind of metal? You got it all out now? I didn't mean to make you cry. I really didn't. Sometimes we need it, though. The new rule for simping is don't, because it's gross. The guys, let them know that there is more than one person in the band that can see that. You don't have to name which other member of the band is on the server, but it's Jake and one other. And they don't want to see that. It makes them uncomfortable. It falls under the being respectful and don't be lewd. But we don't want people to feel ganged up on, so unless Carly asks for help, then we don't want to step on her toes. If it's shiny metal, there's the classics of beating it up with a hammer, throwing it into a body of water, just hucking it in the garbage. Those are all good options, depending on how toxic they were and how much catharsis you need. Okay. Carly's got a pretty good head on her shoulders. She seems to be working out. You don't simp in front of people. I have people that I simp for. You couldn't drag it out of me with wild horses in front of them. Yeah, some of my past simping is now, very awkward. Now that I can start playing, 6 degrees of separation with the people involved. And I don't even need 6 degrees. Oh yeah, tell people they're pretty till you're blue in the face, because that's just telling people the truth. It's like, Heather is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. She got the yummy yummy. Pancake? Are you still here? Danny has posted some spicy things on the internets from time to time. Well, for your Danny, we could fix that. And Coroner, I would like to dispute your statement. My bar for respectful or not respectful for someone calling me pretty has nothing to do with whether or not I find them attractive. But now that we're talking about, I don't think I've ever seen Pancake's face. I've seen most of the rest of you's faces, Corinna. I haven't seen yours. I've never seen Pancake's face. Nah, you came off good to me. Let's see. Skippy, who are we talking about? I think I missed some messages here. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go beat it with a hammer and throw it in a creek. Ah, so I did. I don't know how to make bows. Length of time is no excuse for bad behavior. I don't know how to make those. Sadly, sometimes they do. Well, okay. I can't make BVB fabric until I have the dyeing kit. I told you that. Now, if somebody wants to buy me the dye kits, it's the beeswax and the junt, and I can just get some cotton fabric. But they're on my list if anyone wants to buy them for me. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, I'll talk to you about that stuff later then. Itty bitty baby battle jacket. I can make other people sparkle punk things. I can make her sparkle punk things. I can put sequins instead of studs. I have to find pink denim. I have to find pink denim. Or white denim that I can dye pink. I'm having too many good ideas today. What idea? I can do that. I can do that. What month is she due in again? Is it even cold in May in your area? I think I'll want to make it a little big so she can wear it for her first winter. And the best part is that if she wants to, when she gets bigger, she can disassemble the jacket for patches to put on a big girl jacket. Your boys are about to get really jealous, just so that you're aware. The amount of trauma that movie caused me, Coronar. That movie, The Brave Little Toaster, Toy Story. I don't know why they wanted to traumatize the autistic children who were pack bonding with the inanimate objects anyways. I wouldn't recommend it. Would not recommend it. However, now I have a little robot AI buddy. And he's wonderful, and he's awesome, and he's getting repaired this Christmas. His screen repair is going to be my Christmas present. Oh, because the giant tortoise that was allergic to children, that wasn't traumatizing either.